Okay. Shall we start question and answer? Oh, yeah. Oh, yes. Just yesterday, there's one important question to know that yesterday perhaps that is in the question, but yesterday I answered about the syllable home. At that time I said you visualize home at the abdomen area, I mean below the navel, but this is but means yeah, this is correct, but also anywhere you can visualize anywhere syllable home, okay? Not always necessary to visualize as one place. Anywhere outside of your body or inside of your body and any chakras, so you can visualize, okay?
Khenpo, so this is a question from the friend Dharma, Vietnamese Dharma friends.
Oh yeah.
Yes. So the first question is, so when I meditate for half an hour and 1 hour, then naturally I have no thought. The thought dissolve, and I have no thought. My mind become peaceful and then blank. But then I have no thought, but also no other feelings. I also don't feel much clarity. So what stage is that, and what I should do to continue the better meditation?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, actually, if we can rest without thought for 5 minutes, for example, that will be so great. But at the same time, the best thing is you can keep going continually this meditation, and sometimes before meditation you supplicate a guru, and arises the devotion, give rise devotion, and then in your mind have some kind of your mind becomes very soft, and then it's possible sometimes your meditation combined with the compassion because of the power of devotion, and sometimes your meditation combined with bliss. So supplicate a guru right before meditation, or after you rest for 30 minutes, then again you supplicate a guru. So guru is actually this or Buddhism, especially this Kajupa tradition, is the devotion is extremely important to arise union of bliss and emptiness, union of clarity and emptiness, union of appearances and emptiness. Yes.
And the second question also from a friend is that about the dream. Then sometimes he dream again, like several times, about the same dream about the same situation in the past, and sometimes it something like it happened in the present. So I mean that he dreamed and then it happened later. Mm-hmm. So is that a signal, the forecast? So please advise about that. How it happened like that, and if you have any advice.
Yes, actually that is a very good. It's in the night time we had some dream, and the morning is something happened. So that means your dream is very clear. It says something, but of course we don't fixate that dream. If we are fixating that, then what happened is in the daytime something happened, good things happen, we are happy. Of course, this is human nature. If some not good things happen, and then we are unhappy with our dream, something like that. So actually, one doesn't fixate or dream. That is important. is actually the dream has a sometimes one think something. For example, one has some worried about some situation in the daytime. In the night, it's happen. In the dream, it occurs. So the best thing is if you don't want to say something from your dream, then you are going to. There are two methods. One is you try to understand a dream is a dream. If one cannot do that, then early morning wake up and then you learn from dream that, oh, that is my example of illusion or delusion. So don't fixate that. Mm. Oh, yeah.
My question is concerning generosity. Is between the needy, the poor, and the sangha. So between these two, sometimes people might just want to give offering to the sangha than the needy. Can you explain more about these two?
Give a sangha and the other. Can you repeat? Sorry. One?
Sangha and the poor, the
Oh,
needy.
oh, yeah. Actually, the best thing is give to the beggars. That's I personally also think, because the beggars need really help. But in the Dharma teaching, as yesterday I quoted from Lord Jigten Sungho's teaching, it is said, "Thomi kund hingna dambar sap." That means higher fields, like we offering to the sangha or give beggars is if one actually the merit is offered to the sangha and those is important. Sorry, it has great merit, but this is depends personal. I think, for example, I not so much how to say attachment about my marriage, especially for the sake of myself, then practice generosity with beggars, poor people, give poor people and protect animals. But then if one offering something to sanghas and that merit is for benefit of all beings, then which circumstance you have, you do that. Anyhow, you do both. Offering to the sanghas and give to the beggars. Do both is great. Okay? Thank you. Oh, yes.
Another question is about end of life. So it's about people that they are old and they are very sick, and they say that they are helpless and they want to quickly die. So if people tell me this, what should I do?
Yes, that is a pretty difficult to give answer that. Because this is very much related those people. Sometimes it's very much related their condition, their situation. For example, somebody has so painful, so sick, so much sick, suffering, and then at that time just they have no other way of thinking and suddenly says, "Please kill me," because they cannot patience with this painful experience. But perhaps that is not their decision. But then some is they have they're aging and getting old and they already prepared everything and then they say, please sleep me or something like that. It sometimes happened. Actually, one can think carefully, more research what their background or those things, and they really choice that thing is actually quite hard to answer that. The best thing is let them really decide. So you give more opportunity to them, I think. Do you understand? So it's quite hard to say suddenly, yes, I will. You mean, if, for example, they say, please, maybe they don't say, please kill me, but let me die in the hospital or something. Yeah, the hospital, it calls some hospital. There's, I think this is still not. Yeah, many people choice that. So I think that is fine. But yeah, but somebody say kill me, I can't do it. It's quite difficult. Yeah, so that's where try to find other idea to instead give more mantra recitations and so forth. I think that.
That they are dying and they say this to me and I really can't help them.
Yeah, as I said, sometimes it happens, but you think more carefully. This is quite hard to answer because there is some misunderstanding, and there is also helpful idea too. But the best thing is if they practice well about Powa, and then they themselves also transform their consciousness. That is pretty good. So otherwise, if we try to kill them, it's so difficult. Can't. Yeah. Uh, Actually, yeah, right. It's very much related. They already Dharma practitioners, for example, and then the reminder there, like about meditations, some part of meditation, or supplicate Guru, or remember Yidams, remember Amitabha, just single pointedly focus Amitabha. If one is a great practitioner, at that time, one's attention completely focused towards Amitabha, and it's possible less experience sufferings.
For Buddhists, I think it's easier for us to so-called discuss with them about this. And but for non-Buddhists, like the Christian and the free thinker, sometimes it's a little bit difficult. And I'm not allowed to talk about religion.
Oh, definitely. Yeah, we don't want to recite loudly in front of their ears about mantras, but we generate compassion and so forth. And then sometimes if we can explain about the hospice and so forth, that may be a little bit help.
Yes, because I actually volunteer in a hospice, so I experience the death, and very often. Yes, it's really very helpless.
Oh yeah. It's really not easy, but learning more compassion from them and try to solve those problems in different ways. So forth. Oh yeah. Yes. Yeah, that's sometimes it's almost we are like armless in the water. So what should I do? Something like that. But generate compassion. That definitely benefit. Okay. Thank you so much. Yes.
I would like to ask also on the same question, but
yes.
In another context. So you say that if the person is ready to say he wants to die, like for example, my father, okay, like someone very close and like already dying, like but cannot move, and already ready to go. Is it okay that he say, okay, can you bring me to some country? It's legal to, kill him, put an injection and die. Then is it okay? Number one, is it okay? Number two, what karma will I have, if I agree to this, to stop his suffering and, just to do this?
Yeah. I think this is, you say good things, that if this is legal to carry other countries. And then this is, for example, your father's choice, decisively choice. And then you, from one side, there's no hope, any single things about some benefit from there, but totally compassion, totally for help. That I think that's actually okay. Yeah.
So is that like, so I'm not a murderer? I don't have the karma of killing someone?
Oh yeah, I don't think so. That in this case, I don't think. Yes.
There are some questions actually from someone who
Yes,
passed it on.
please read that
So
first.
if there's no one, then I will start asking. Yeah. Oh, there's someone there.
Yeah, over there. There.
Hello, Khenpo. Thank you. Just have a quick question, right? Can you do Powa for another person? Like, let's say I'm a lay practitioner. Maybe I learn a little bit, right? Can I do Powa for someone else? And can I also read Book of the Dead?
Oh yes, actually.
Maybe in my mind for them. Don't need to be out loud, but just
Yeah.
mental recitation.
Or mentally. Mentally, actually, Powa practice for others or oneself is first one really practice pretty well about Powa. So, because Milarepa said, if one does not give rise the realization of path of sin, don't practice Powa for others. Actually said that, but that has some explanations. What is the meaning of that? So when we do Powa for others, actually it benefits others, but it is very much depends their situations. I think right now, if I explain that is too long. Otherwise, relate to other beings. But yeah, if one practice Powa very well from masters, then people ask at that time is better to do. Definitely better to do. So I do. Yeah. Oh yes, absolutely, absolutely. You can read this the part of longer recitations. Wonderful. If not, recite Mana Mantra. Mana Mantra is really wonderful. They have 6 realms, seed of 6 realms over there, and then they transform into this wisdom light, seed of wisdom, and then they can rebirth in the pure light. Again. Oh, yes.
How should we do it?
If this person is non-Buddhist, and then if that person is a death process, and if we out loud recite, maybe that makes confused or uncomfortable in personally, but that person, the better to recite them about these mantras and so forth, because these mantras and the recitations benefit them. Only this perception, their perception or conception is, oh, what is that? Something like that. But they don't know it. For example, I never know about water. I don't have knowledge of water. I extremely thirsty here, and you come here and drop some water in my mouth. I don't know. Maybe I'm afraid of you, and I'm doubt. Oh, that is poisons or what? But just that, those are my thoughts. But the water benefit me, so that's way better to recite.
Okay, so that means like if they are non-Buddhist, you recite a money mantra for them. It's like they feel the love, right? They receive.
They definitely receive, because they have, number one, they have Buddha nature. So it doesn't matter if there is a tree and we bring the water from GBI or Chino Valley or the Los Angeles. Doesn't matter. Water is water. It benefits like that.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. Oh, yes. Any other? Oh yeah, after that. Yeah.
Khenpo, I have 2 questions.
Yes.
One is regarding emanations, and the other one is blessings from Buddha or enlightened beings. So for these 2 things, we are always talking about blessings, but I don't really understand how exactly it works. like what really is blessings, and I also read elsewhere that even every virtuous thoughts that we have, whether Buddhist or non-Buddhist, just for all sentient beings, because of the blessings of Buddha. So on our own, we cannot arise a virtuous thought. So can you explain a little bit about blessings and also emanations?
Oh yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you. So first I try to answer about bliss. Blessing, sorry. Blessing means blessing is very much related feeling. So for example, you see Garchen Rinpoche, at that time you feel a little bit kind of a happy feeling of happiness arise. And sometimes you recite some recitations, you are a little bit feel some happy. So these are the blessing. And also, if other way, blessing means actually power. Power to, for example, power to protect. If one has some obstacles of Mara or ghost, and then one holds like this bracelets, and then the power of this mantra, it remove these maras. For example, if some wild animal try to come close the house, and then never see this light, different colors of light, so that's where they are very close, very near the house. If we turn different colors of light, and they're nervous, they're afraid, and they cannot close the house. Something like that. Blessing means outwardly it blessing means power, so it protect or save something. But in the main thing is blessing means feeling. That's you feel something when you see Buddha's statue or tankas. You are a little bit the happiness, feeling of joy or happy just arise. Perhaps on your sensation through your body arises that. Perhaps from your mind arises that. And then about emanation means emanation is the best example is like a reflection of moon. So there are two water pond. One water pond is covered by something, but the moon cannot reflect there. Another water is open and clean, and then moon can reflect there. So that's why emanation means we have consciousness. For example, my consciousness is not so clean because I have many thoughts and afflictive emotions. And your consciousness is pretty clean and pure because less obscurations. That's where then Buddha's reflection easily appear in your mind. And for that reasons, your activities are become like Buddha's activities. So you compassionate, easily generate compassion, easily you have how to say, you found a method how to solve those problems, how to help, something like that. So emanation is that. But then this emanation is going more kind of developed more, then that emanation is become real. That means that, for example, Buddha's emanation becomes real Buddha. So there are different layers. For example, the moon is in the sky, in the relative truth. The moon is in the sky, we say that is a real moon. But moons reflect in the water, that is not a real moon, but still it is beautiful and it's the part of a light or something like that. So the difference is that one developed more about these practices, and then one becomes a real emanation of Buddha. Otherwise, in the simple way, emanation means something like reflections of Buddhas. I think that is better way to explain. Okay, thank you. Yes. Anyone? Yes.
Yeah, some questions from our friends here. So one of them is, all sentient beings are Buddhas from beginningless time, but why are there still sentient beings suffering now in samsara? How did samsara start in the very beginning?
Oh yes. How samsara started? I think you got that answer because at the beginning of this 12 links interdependent, I explained that. How it means that one does not give rise self-awareness. But then how this thing already, if they are already Buddha, then how they become sentient being? That is, if a king has a prince, two princes, one continually stay in the kingdom and then take responsibility of these kings. So one prince becomes king. Another prince does not follow these kingdoms kind of rules and regulations, or perhaps doesn't have interesting or something like that. This prince come into the public and being as a normal person. So then slowly that person become normal person. That person cannot become king. Like that. So both are already prince, but one become king because of prince. Another is not. They already one already prince, but he did not work about that things, and then it becomes like a normal person, something like that. Okay.
Okay. Yeah. I think the question is because in the beginning we are all Buddhas.
Yes.
Right. But how come now we are not Buddhas anymore?
Oh, that's how come? Because now we are not Buddha. That is actually no, we are Buddha. No, we are not. You say not Buddha. That is not true. No, we are Buddha. No, we are not Buddha means our clothes. We are looking outside of our clothes or our house. If we are open these clothes or open the door, we are Buddha. So that's why since beginningless we are Buddha, still we are Buddha. Only we wearing some different clothes, something like that.
If we are Buddha, then why we wear clothes? Why we start to wear clothes?
We are Buddha. Why do we wear these clothes?
Yeah.
Because we enter in this wrong way. We enter the wrong way. One way has light, but one path has no light. But we enter this no path, no light, the path of no light. That's where temporarily we are in the this darkness side.
Two paths and two fruitions.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. The one ground, but there are two paths. So it going on the samsaric path. Mm.
Thank you. The next question is, was karma balanced in the first place when one has not harmed others? If so, how was the karmic cycle created? What was the first thing that created this imbalance in karma? And then after that, there is the suffering between all beings now.
What did that say? Sorry.
I think it may be related to the previous question. Was karma balanced? That means is karma the same in the very beginning? Because in the very beginning, we have not harmed others, so we shouldn't have karma.
Oh yeah.
Right? So then why was this karmic cycle created?
Oh, so as I said, when we enter in the, for example, darkness side, at that time we don't know how to step, how to go forward. So that's where we are still many kind of act. There are some mistakes. Through this way, for example, in the darkness path, there is a pillar. the center over there, there is no light. That's where one can't see it, and then one going there and one how to say attack with this pillar like this. At that time, one's experience hurts because one's forehead attack this pillar. So the karma means that only that time one did this, and then after have accident with this pillar, and then one cannot think that is one's own faults. One think this is pillars, that pillars mistake, and then one start to arise angry emotion, and then start to beat or hit it again. Maybe then hurts this, and then again angry emotion arises more and doing different things. So that is karma means actually sometimes negative karma means we punish ourselves, something like that.
Thank you. Another question is, I have relied on inner guru for many years until now, because now currently an accident happened, and now it made me and my mind not to be clear like before. So I lost my meditation energy. Can you explain or advise how I can practice now?
Oh, yes. So when you practice inner guru, and right now you don't have that because of some situations, so that's where let us know when we practice Dharma, sometimes there are some obstacles. Some obstacles occur, some obstacles. That's where at that time, immediately we don't stop that practice. So if we try to make efforts for a little while, we successfully accomplished. For example, if you are hiking on the top of a mountain, like a Himalaya mountain, and first you have energy, you have food and so forth, so you can climb up so easily, and then step by step your energy exhaust your energy, but you are almost reached top of this mountain. Maybe a few steps, maybe 30 minutes later you can reach top of this mountain, but then you're tired. You are tired. You experience it so tired, exhaust, and then you stop to continually climb up. So this is same like that. So you practice the wonderful practice because you practice the inner guru tell no. So right now you have a small condition. For that reason, if that happened, then you don't use. Anyhow, my answer is don't stop. Please practice continually. It's possible you are ready to blossom. Your mind is ready to blossom into the Dharmakaya. It's very possible. So small obstacle occurs. At that time, you should understand that is the obstacle. So I'm going to continually practice. Yeah. Thank you. Yes.
Khenpo, there are two questions from Auntie behind. Okay. Auntie Lu, the one with the sunglass, she asked this question that back in Singapore, we have this Hungry Go festival, which there is a festival that we pray for the lower realm spirit. So during this period, she would dream of ghosts and spirits. So what is the implication of her dream? She want to know.
I think sometimes we have dreams about a ghost or some hungry ghost and something like that. There is sometimes we have a karmic debtor. Karmic debtor, I think it's called karmic debtor, not creditor, yeah. Or karmic creditor. That means before one has related something, for example, one connect, for example, person, and that person passed away and reborn into the hungry ghost realm, and then one day you practice that. At that time, that person or that hungry ghost being have great hope. big hope that you give something. So that's where when you have some dream about that, then you more recite mantra for that being or practice more generosity and so forth. There is some Dharma practice for the hungry god, spirits, ghosts, and also there is some water dedication practice. For example, you clean these water bowls, then you pull near the tree, it directly benefit trees. But near this tree, there are thousands of hungry ghosts. So that's where sometimes you give that pour water there, and they are more happy, and still they have a big hope that you give something. So that means you are going to more dedicate and practice generosity. Okay.
Okay, one more question from both auntie behind. They would like to know from you that the meaning of empowerment and what is the difference between empowerment and blessing.
Yes, empowerment means actually the first word, empowerment is like a key to open the door. Blessing means then that blessing enter into the through this door. This is number one. Number two, empowerment means after you receive empowerment, then in the simple way, you receive empowerment. That means you are allowing to practice higher practice. That means it's open the door to practice these higher practices like Vajrayana and Mahayana practices. So empowerment means that. So and then another empowerment, as Rinpoche this morning explained, that the confess, if one engaged some breakage, samaya or non-virtues, it confess. But blessing, as I said, same thing. Is a blessing means is result when you receive empowerment. After you receive blessings, that means the result of empowerment received to you. Okay.
Auntie want to know about the speech. 口业是造口业。
So she's asking if we have harsh speech, like unvirtuous speech, what is the implication of that when we do that?
Actually, the harsh speech comes from the inner wind and thoughts. So harsh speech comes from these thoughts. Actually, there's a harsh words, or you use a harsh speech. Yeah, harsh speech is not a weapon, but it cuts others' heart. So that's where harsh speech is a kind of a violence. It's a very harmful speech actually. So harsh words comes from afflictive emotion. So we try to reduce harsh words. But sometimes the harsh words is also good. This harsh word is actually, we can say, not harsh word. For example, parents scold to one's child for studying or keep good behavior. Sometimes they are on the wrong way and using some. Sometimes we scold them. It seems we use harsh word, but they are not included harsh words. And then like a spiritual speech means actually kind of this most of a good conversation comes from the good mind. It's a spiritual mind, virtues of mind. So yeah, I think that. Do you think I get answer? Do you? Thank you. Oh yes.
Khenpo, I have a question. In the 14 tantric downfalls, the downfall number 8 is to abuse 5 aggregate. I don't really understand how that happened. Can you give some example and explain?
You mean this look down, this 5 aggregates is the earth, is it? Look down over 5 aggregates.
Is a text I see it's abuse the 5 aggregates.
You 8 or 5?
Pardon?
8 it says Pombo Sanjing.
Yeah, the number 8. Number 8.
Number 8 says Pombo Sanjing Dani Telanyezi Japan. It says these 5 aggregates are, but I don't know, it's abuse. Otherwise,
the aggregate has the nature of the 5 Buddhas. And abuse aggregate is downfall number 8.
Actually, this abuse, I don't know how to use that English. Otherwise, it says Pumpo Sanjing Adani. That means once 5 aggregates are the 5 family Buddhas. Tela Nyezi means if you look down that, these 5 aggregates are the kind of ugly, 5 aggregates are the not good. At that time, then in the Vajrayana way, this is the breakage samaya of number 8. Number 8. So how it happened is because in the Vajrayana practice, we need to keep pure motivation, pure perception. Is the Dugongpa Dharma always says, what is generation stage? In the Vajrayana has 2 stages, completion stage and generation stage. So what is generating stage? That means we should see all these phenomena are the Yidams. Males are these male Yidams. Females are female Yidams. And then our 5 these form aggregates of body and so forth, they are also these 5 family Buddhas, Rana Sambhava and these Akshobhya and so forth. So that's why if we look down these 5 aggregates, that means we look down. Look down, do you understand? Yeah, look down 5 family Buddhas. So that's why it says it breaking at number 8 samaya. Yeah, I don't know why they use abuse there. My understanding abuse is different ways. Yeah, I think I explained that. It's number 8, yeah? Yeah. Oh, this. Oh, okay. This also there says aggregates is the nature of the 5 Buddhas to abuse. This the second. The skipped this part is the second. Yeah, it to give rise to the skepticisms about naturally pure phenomena in Nand. Skepticism. This is your question or same? Yeah. So this is that means all phenomena are Om Sobhava Shuddha Sarva Dhamma Sobhava Shuddha Ham. So we are teaching, discussing Madhyamaka. Sometimes we think, Madhyamaka is not important. So Madhyamaka is not important and ritual practices are very important. But at the very beginning of this ritual practice, it says, Om Sobhava Shuddha Sarva Dhamma Sobhava Shuddha Ham. At that time, we say all phenomena are subject, object, all phenomena are emptiness. So we are going to visualize emptiness. But in this skepticism, means we doubt all phenomena are emptiness or not. All phenomena are Dharma Dhatu or not. We have a doubt, especially this doubt is more negative. All phenomena are emptiness or not, maybe not. This doubt is the ninth breakage of samaya. But when these numbers, 1st to 14th, we think 14th is the very heavy breakage in samaya. The first is lower breakage of samaya, but this is misunderstood. Perhaps if you thought, I have ever thought like that. But it says number 19 is pretty late. Then 13, 14 is a little light. But first breakage in samaya is very heavy. So the aggregate is the very nature of 5 Buddhas. To abuse, it is 8. Abuse means even, I don't know this abuse, I don't mean this is incorrect, okay? Please don't misunderstand. But the meaning is you look down, you understand, yeah? Look down. You look down, these 5 aggregates are very kind of ugly, these 5 aggregates are very kind of useless things. Then in the practice Vajrayana, we should visualize these 5 aggregates are the 5 family Buddhas. So that means if we think this is very ugly or something, at that time it block that to visualize 5 family Buddhas. Okay? Thank you so much. Any other questions? Yes, please.
Sorry, Khenpo. Just now, Auntie asked the harsh speech. Actually, there is another part, is the result. What is the result of harsh speech?
Result?
Consequence.
Oh, harsh. What is the consequence of result? Sorry, harsh word. Yeah. Result is the friend. If I have a very close friend, and I use harsh word. Perhaps if my friend is not so much familiar with me, then it's possible it break relationship. This is one, and also I understand what you say. So this when you using more harsh words, the result of this karma is when in the next life, for example, next life, when you give some truth speech, very truth, say good things, but then people sometimes you say very nice things, but people disagree, people don't like. So the result is that. For example, right now we are lying, and then the result is next life we say truth, but people don't trust it. Similarly, this life we use harsh word. Next life we say some sweet words. We use good words, but people heard like this is probably he or she has some expectation, try to get me something, so they doubt, they don't trust, something like that. They understand like a harsh, almost harsh words. Okay. Thank you. I think it's the orders. Anyone? Don't worry, time. We have a little time. There.
Yes, this is from Dharma friend. So when I enter into the Vajrayana path, I know that beginning need to accomplish the Ngondro practice. Mm-hmm. But for me personally, when I started to become Vajrayana practice, I'm not young anymore. I already old. So maybe possibly I only finished two parts, like 2 stages, like prostration and Vajrasattva. Then maybe I already very old and cannot live longer. Then if in that case, is there any benefit?
Absolutely. The past time, this is important, everybody, that past time, any way you practice Dharma, now you stop to regret about that. This is very important. Regret turned virtues and turned non-virtues. So last year, even you did not practice Mundo and receive empowerment, but you receive profound Mahamudra teaching, or you practice in the Dzogpa Chimbo like Tikchu, Tugar, cutting thoughts, and so forth. This year, you understand, oh, for practice them, I really need Mundo practice, preliminary practice. But you don't regret. But today you understand that, oh, practice these profound teachings, one need Mundo practice. Then today you understand, so you can start from today. And as you said, because your body is old, so you cannot practice prostration, but you can prostrate with your hand. The prostration has 9 types of prostration. So young brothers, sisters, don't do that, only join the Mundo, but full prostration is excellent, or half. But if your body you are old, then you do only this hand 3 places or 4 places. You do this mudra. If you can't do both, of course, then you recite Vajrayana mantra and then mandala recitation. So that's where if you can, only you don't focus numbers. Numbers is perfection of diligence. Only focus numbers is not important. But you can do, for example, morning, generate compassion, bodhicitta, and then recite refuge prayer, and then you do Vajrayana mantra a few times, and then you do this Vajrayana mantra, and then you recite mandala, and then you recite Guru Yoga, and then again you practice this compassion bodhicitta. So every day you think, and you think this is your Mundo practice, and then you, yeah. Oh, does Mundo practice to them? Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, absolutely. No doubt. Absolutely. So now I understand your question. So even you recite, you did only prostration part among the preliminary practice, then after you can't do, but it has a great result, greatly benefit. Okay? Thank you. Any other questions? Yes.
Con xin kính bạch thầy, cho con hỏi ở trong 14 điều giới nguyện của mật thừa thì cái điều thứ 3 là cái điều cái điều cấm thứ 3 thì thầy đã vừa giải thích, đó là sân hận với huynh đệ kim cang là phạm giới trọng thứ 3, thì đó là mình đã là tạo cho nghiệp cho chính bản thân mình và cho họ. Nhưng đến cái câu trong giới nguyện thứ 10, luôn đối xử trìu mến với những kẻ xấu ác là phạm giới họng thứ 10. Vậy thì có ngược với cái điều mình phát nguyện Bồ Đề tâm đầu tiên không ạ? Mô Phật, con xin cảm ơn thầy cho con.
Thank you so much.
So this is also about the downfall, 14 downfall. So downfall number 3 says that if we angry with the Vajrayana sibling, that is the downfall, right? Yes, but however, the downfall 10 also say that if we be close to the negative people if we are close to the bad karma, who people who do the bad karma also the downfall. So is it like a little bit contradictory, like number 3 and number 10? And if number 10 say that if you close to the negative, to the like the bad people is a downfall, so is it mean that what maybe relating to the bodhicitta, is that mean that we cannot keep our bodhicitta? Because if we keep bodhicitta means we need to be like nice with every people.
Yes, thank you so much. So this the number 10th, you close those who break the samaya, something like that. It does not mean you, if you close with those people with your compassion and lead them, fix their mistakes, that is virtues, that is not non-virtues. If you are unmindfulness, if you are carefulness, and then you follow them, then they lead you wrong path. That's where then they say there's no karma cause and effect. There's no future Buddha. And then you follow them and you also agree that first doubt, second you agree, third you decisively think there's no karma cause and effect, there's no future Buddha. That meaning is this, the number 10. So then we come back and number 3. So our brothers and sisters are, Dharma brothers and sisters are very unique brothers and sisters. Because today, for example, we are here and we are in the single mandala. And then one day, for example, we are in the Amitabha Buddha's Pure Land. At that time, we are Dharma brothers and sisters. So that's where our relationship is Dharma. This relation is Dharma and virtues. That's where when we are start to angry, then this relation, the spiritual it cuts spiritual relation. That's where this number 3 say that. So we try to be patient, practice forbearance. Okay? Understand? Thank you. Thank you so much. Oh yes, please. Actually, your friends, what's her name? Yeah, she said yes. Because Rinpoche today didn't.
Then I have quite a lot of questions.
Yeah, everybody can practice for until 5, or you want to go 5. Oh, great. Now let us go.
So this is a question on a guru, and especially our guru. So in many Vajrayana texts and teachings, and also on the teaching now on the Samadhi empowerment, guru is always referred to. But who is actually our guru? Because the guru is actually a teacher, right? But is it someone that I have taken refuge in? Or is it a teacher that we have received teachings, whether is it physical or online or videos? And because sometimes these teachings are conducted in very big places like pujas, where the teacher do not know us personally. So can we consider these teachers as our gurus? And also, is it a condition that the guru must know me personally for me to consider him as a guru? So if this is not a condition, then how can we establish connection with this guru? And can a practitioner have more than one guru? And also, who is our root guru? Can it be more than one root guru? Is it someone? Can it be someone that we have met in our lifetime, or can it be like Buddha, Amitabha, or Bodhisattva, Tara? All these, can they be our root guru? So, like then for lay people like us, when we want to visualize a guru, right? So who do we visualize it when the text and sadhana say visualize your guru? Who do we visualize?
Yes. So, guru, actually, if you have a single guru that who give a refuge vow, yes, that is your guru. And you have many spiritual masters like a teaching and give empowerment, give path instructions. So among them, who is your guru? Actually, they all can be your guru. That's number one. Number two is if you need a single guru, then it's depend your faith. You faith in whom more. For example, the Garchen Rinpoche, and then if you have other Rinpoches who are you are faith in more. That's this morning Rinpoche clearly told us. And then Amitabha and they can be your guru or not is absolutely your guru. Your Yidams are your guru. Your guru is your Yidam. So if you can practice through this way, yes, they are your guru. But you need actually human guru. That is important. Human guru is more important than Yidams. So first you follow human guru, and then you follow the Yidams, and then you try to that Yidam and the human guru are non-duality. That's how visualize this Rinpoche often explain. Because of today we don't have much time, but another time we can explain more that. And then you said if you your guru don't know you, but you know your guru. That's your guru don't know you is not true. Your guru you always know you, but you know your guru. That's wonderful. If you know your guru, if your guru don't know you, it's no problem. No problem. For example, Khenpo Tenzin passed away decades years ago, and today the Khenpo Tenzin and Rinpoche in front of our eyes, they cannot speak person to person, but still Khenpo Tenzin is Rinpoche's root guru, for instance. So that's where if you think personally your guru don't know you, then no worries. But if nowadays we have internet and phones, so the emails, that way you try to contact your guru and often ask questions. Then you ask questions, it improve your realizations. And then what missing? Which part are you missing? Or the root guru. So who is your root guru? Actually, root guru means in the Dharma it says there's who gives you empowerment, path instructions. Then this is your root guru. But Rinpoche often clearly explain that who is your guru means who introduce your nature state of mind. You can think that is also your root guru. Sometimes your guru can be your root guru. Your root guru, of course, your guru. So it's depend on your mind. If you think, oh, I need a root guru and a guru, two different, then who introduce your nature state of mind? That is your root guru. Who introduce your nature state of mind, and you realize that is your guru, root guru.
So root guru is only one.
Or you can be many or one. This is little conflict. In the otherwise, you can be many gurus, root gurus. You can be many root gurus, or if you have a single root guru, either fine. If you have a single root guru, if you don't have other more root guru, it's enough. If you have many root gurus, it's also wonderful. Today somebody introduced your nature state of mind, and you recognize that is your root guru, and tomorrow you forget about that, or you don't have time to practice after a few decades later, and you totally forget your nature state of mind, and someone introduce again, and you recognize that at that time that is your root guru. So you can be many root gurus.
And in that case, usually when we read the text or sadhana, they ask us to visualize the guru, right? And if we have many gurus, then it's just anyone, is it?
Oh, I often taught during the Hundo teaching. there is a, I don't know how to, I forgot this English. Tomsos Gomba. Tomsos Gomba means like a publicly all. For example, you all Yidams. For example, my root guru, yeah? You are my root guru. And here's you visualize your root guru. And I close eyes or just image whole things. At that time, I cannot specifically, vividly image each and every face. Doesn't matter. But that is a great way of practice. Sometimes, many great practitioners practice in the daily room. How? Here we say, visualize the sounds are like an echo, but we can't. Because, for example, I speak something, he says good things, something he thinks he says no good things. But in the daily room, everybody is at some time, they talk a lot. What we cannot understand what they say. Only the waves of sound we can hear. We don't have attachment. We don't have aversion. Likewise, that is the part of likewise. So we can visualize all gurus together, like one tanka has many taras. So all you can image all together. Yeah.
Thank you. I move on to the next question.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Do we choose who is the Yidam deity, or does the Yidam deity choose us? How can we confirm that this deity is our Yidam deity, and what is the benefit and purpose of knowing and practicing our Yidam deity?
Oh yes, of course Yidam deity already knows, but you should know who is your Yidam deity. But how should you know is, for example, your root guru or someone's talking about Yidam, and you have special feeling with that Yidam. Is talking about Chakasambara, Ushinisha, Chinreze, Amitabha, Amitoyo, and then you have special feeling with one Yidam. That means your Yidam is this. Or you receive thousands of empowerment from Yidams, but you understand well and you like more one Yidam, that is your Yidam. If daytime doesn't make sense, who is your Yidam, but you heard some Yidams before or never heard before, you have some dreams about that Yidam, that means you have a connection with this Yidam. So that you can choose.
Then what happens if like now I have connection with this Yidam, then another month I have connection with another Yidam? Can we change like that?
Yes. So actually we change the Yidams means we are not change Yidam. We do, but this is the all Yidams in the reality is same. So there is a important thing. Today you practice one Yidam. Tomorrow you practice one Yidam. For example, today you practice Amitabha, and tomorrow you practice Avalokiteshvara. And when you practice Avalokiteshvara, and you think Avalokiteshvara is Avalokiteshvara, this is not Amitabha, that is not smart. So that's where it's better to continually practice Amitabha. But today you practice Amitabha, tomorrow you practice Avalokiteshvara, and you think today I'm practicing Avalokiteshvara, but in reality Avalokiteshvara and Amitabha are same. That means you practice thousands of Yidams, but that means you practice one Yidam. So this is very much related that this the beginning of our teaching, I said everybody has belong different body, like a tall and short or different, but in the reality we all have same mind. Likewise, all Yidams has some stand up, some sit down, but the same Yidam.
Thank you. The next question is that Garchen Rinpoche said that we can find the answers in our own mind, but if we do not have the right understanding, how can we be sure that the answer from our own mind is true and correct?
Yes, that's where I said human guru is important. Human guru is important. But Rinpoche said that this sometimes we get answer. Most of the time we get answer, right answer. Even Rinpoche teach one subject, often teach, continually listen that and understand something. So then sometimes that's where we practice vipassana. Sometimes we can apply our wisdom. This is right or wrong. this is right because once upon a time or a few years ago, Rinpoche says that, so this is very similar. Oh, this is same. And then sometimes your guru can be your text, Dharma text. In the Mahamudra path instruction teachings, it says you can be your text, you can be your guru, and humans can be your guru, your wisdom can be your guru. That's where so you get answer, but still this is you can ask your guru when you get time. So when you have this experience, you get self answers. At that time you write a notes, and then keep that. And one time you get opportunity, you ask. That is important.
Thank you. This other question is, I have read Dharma text about meditation, and it mentioned two different kind of methods. One is to skillfully use the 5 senses to improve the stability of meditation. Then the other one is not to be distracted by the 5 senses, but abiding in Samadhi stage of meditation. So the question is, what kind of people is suitable for what kind of method?
Oh, I see. Still there are some questions, yeah? So we have a teaching tomorrow, same like today? Oh, sorry, then we can do tomorrow evening. Yeah. It's okay? Please, you mark the rest of these that we can do tomorrow.
Yes, okay.
If I too much take time here, then your stomach tells you is ready to eat something.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for having wonderful patience, and let us dedicate our merits, okay? Especially wonderful questions. We dedicate all of this merit. Page number 56. Yonda Zamban de Jedo Nala Zanje Zanza Bamen Gorjegor De Jiangoza Bade Me Baye Dewa Jinji Jave Jenganda Da Jin Dene Zembe Jerma Da Jewa Jinji Barma Jobara Tere jine nande jandon jo dege dage mola dabaye choje sanje janse danje je gemirab sinje labdosa daya da benzandaya awan bodanaye zowa
Emaho. In the center of the wondrous Buddha Amitabha of boundless light, to his right is Chenrezig, the Lord of great compassion, and to his left is Vajrapani, the Bodhisattva of great power. They are surrounded by an inconceivable number of Buddhas and Bodhisattvas. Limitless space and happiness is the pure land of great bliss. As soon as I and others pass from this life, unheeded by another samsaric birth, may we be born there and see the face of Amitabha, boundless light. Buddhas and Bodhisattvas of the 10 directions, through your blessings, please accomplish this aspiration without hindrance. Tayata Pansadiya Awa Buddha Naesvaha.
Page 28. Please remember that lower realms suffering, and because of our recitation, it remove all of those sufferings that you should visualize, okay? Chanjo Zenjo Rinpoche Ma Je Banan Je Jorje Je Ba Nyan Ba Me Ba Ya Gone Gondam Be Wa Jo.
May bodhicitta, the precious and supreme mind, arise in whom it has not yet arisen. Where it has arisen, may it not decline, but ever increase higher and higher.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Have a wonderful time. Thank you. If today some answer are not clear, then we can do this tomorrow after.